Okay, welcome. Today is another Dark Souls stream. Let me just get everything set up correctly so that we can start. Right, like this. Yep, like this. Okay. Let me pin that. Let me pin that. And my mouse is caught on one monitor. That's all right. Just quickly pin those and perfect. So, yesterday I didn't stream. To nobody's surprise, I would say. Because, you know, whoever reads my YouTube posts or Twitters, or tweets, right? But you have like a little video that kind of explains why I didn't stream yesterday. Basically, this is how my head felt yesterday. Almost the entire day until like midnight. And then I was like, you know, it was starting their stream now is not exactly the cool thing to do. So, this is what my head felt like.
That's the last rubber band I had up.
Basically, one more rubber band and it would have exploded. And I would have been in a lot of pain. So yeah, not the best state of affairs, I would say. Anyways, today I made the game very quiet too, because while I was sick, I did try to do the... I can actually show you. Do this correctly. Oops. I did hear a character called Whip It Good, less than 4 hours. And would you see it, I beat Gwyn. I didn't do an all boss run here. I found like a very good strategy which I can use in the future. And 4 Kings was no problem in a regular new game. Really, I didn't even have the HUD off. The screenshots. Like, I only have power within. I don't have like too much. I'm also not too crazy leveled. Relatively simple and whatnot. So yeah. I just wanted to prove it to myself, and I was like, you know, I'm too sick to even talk. I'm sneezing like every 10 or so minutes for like a minute at a time. My eyes are burning, and everything was not very nice. So I didn't really want to stream, even though I should have. But yeah. And today I can't stream because by the time I'm done with this run, I'm probably also I still have to do some other stuff. But tomorrow I will very likely stream. So, that being said, today, Pickaxe run. It's already not at +5, actually. Okay, so let me go change that. As always, I'm gonna probably first try to get all the upgrade materials to make the run as fast as possible, rather than being stuck with, you know, with a shitty weapon for 2/3 of the game. I played the game enough, you know, without upgraded weapons. And with upgrading very late in the game to the point where I don't need to redo that every single time. So just kind of grabbing everything at the beginning is more my style these days. That being said, this dude. Please. Modify equipment. No, reinforce weapon. Pickaxe. My cat is on the cables. Can you please go? Thank you. Let's... I mean, damage-wise, it's already getting much closer to where the whip was. Thought my controller was doing something weird a second ago. I mean, look at that. An AR of 241, that's at +5 alone. I mean, come on. That's already insane damage in comparison to the whip. And even though the initial hit is kind of slow, when you get to a boss where you can do multiple hits in a row, it's actually extremely fast. Which is why the hammers are kind of interesting from a usability standpoint, when you can just kind of do the regular swing. Because when you hit, it's just kind of like bam, 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 right? It's like in Minecraft. When you keep on swinging, it's slightly better. Proven slightly better than not swinging. I don't know about the scaling, but I think it goes to A scaling in strength, or at least B scaling. That's also a problem with some weapons. That's a store or a straight sword, I think it was. It's going to be a very big problem in that regard. Where I could have the same problem I face with some other weapons. Because it has like no scaling. And it deals very little damage. I mean, speaking of very little damage right now. This is the first time I'm doing New Londo. As the first. Usually I kind of run up to, or like glitch myself into the depths, whatever it's called. But yeah, first things first. Will I have a good ghost house or not? That's the important part. With my 200k souls. Well, you got the answer right there, I guess. Let's do a second try. Okay, no initial hit. That doesn't need to mean much. Holy fuck. Yeah. Still not the biggest fan of the ghost house. Like, even if you do it regularly, where you actually take care of all the ghosts to go and climb up there, it's so dumb. Let me actually do, instead of lingering, do the poisoning. I think that does help with getting up there. I didn't send it back up because I thought, you know, I'm gonna go back up anyways after upgrading, but no. I didn't. But yeah. The thing is, on Thursday, it was like getting worse and worse the longer the stream progressed. So I really had to end it after like 2 or so hours. And I got quite a big raid, right? And I felt kind of bad about that because, oh man, I was focusing on that boss plus being just having my head basically being ready to explode. Yeah, that was not a good combination. I was like kind of trying to keep it together. But I don't know, I'm like the kind of guy when I get a headache that actually starts when it actually bothers me, right? When it's just a weak one, I'm like you know, I'm used to it. Been having those for my entire life. But when it's like a strong one, I always feel like vomiting. Like, I don't know why. Something about when I get headaches is just directly correlated with me feeling like I'm about to hurl, you know? I always do this thing where I like stretch the neck part of the t-shirt, trying to get more air, thinking I can't really breathe. Funny enough. It never helps though, even when I take off the shirt. But something like you kind of do instinctively, right? Which is interesting. It's like, where does this even come from? Okay, let's try number 2. already better without like 5 ghosts coming out at the same time. Oh, that was great. Now let's see how Ingwer deals with this. How do you like to be mined? Yeah, did you see that? When you get like a good hit in, it's like bam, 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 super fast. But when you don't hit, of course, or when you hit the wall, you slow down a bit. But overall, that's why the pickaxe is so kinda nice compared to some of the weapons. Because you do have like that super fast swing back. So something like the Four Kings or Manus should be very interesting. Because Manus I should be able to get like 3 or 4 hits in. And the Four Kings the same, especially after they die, right? Because you can still hit their hitbox once they start to vanish. Same with like a Gwendolyn, but when has a Gwendolyn ever been a problem, right? I think there's not much to talk about with that guy. He's a bit of a pushover. Thinks he can manipulate you, create a catfishing profile of his sister on OnlyFans, and not get and actually get away with it, right? He's a bit of a fraudster in that regard. Let's do the good old fun catapult. I still haven't figured out how to do it without getting hurt. I did it exactly once and never again. Maybe I should just, you know, try it out a little. I want to quickly see. Ah, come on. What's the... Fuck. Like, what's the potential on parries with this guy? Or with this weapon, I mean. Yeah, it's alright. I think Gwyn should be no problem with that. Maybe not the best spot to heal, but it worked out anyways. I mean, all I need is the large ember. I'm not gonna fight 4 kings with +5 pickaxe in the highest New Game Plus. Like, no thank you. Like when I do like 100 damage and the kings have, what, 20k? Yeah, that's not fun. At least not to me. I'll always remember the fist only run that I saw. It's a 3-hour video. Can't get over that. I couldn't. Like, imagine you die at hour 2:59 or something. I would scream. I would be so... I would just be not playing this game anymore after that. And now comes the second ember. And then I can go for basically, you know, killing all the bosses in one fellow swoop with the strongest weapon in the game. But I think really the pickaxe is fun. No, I mean basically hammers are fun, right? They're like surprisingly varied with the types of hammers you get. Of course, Vamus's hammer is one that I did very early on and I couldn't beat the 4 kings with it. Thanks to its disgustingly weak split damage. Especially into fire, which fire is one of the worst elements to split damage into, I would say. Because, you know, Quaylock, fire resistant. One of Unseen and Smoke, one of them is fire resistant. Right, it's like... DLC bosses are generally resistant to anything. Let me see, what was it again? That is 21.5. Is it 250, 125, 20, 21, yeah, 20. So if I can get like 22. I didn't get like a new drip set up. Maybe I should do that in a second. I think I'm gonna... I think that should work. did. Good. For the time being, let's kind of go with whatever I have. That doesn't kick me over the limit. But I will sit down at the bonfire and actually do plan some better drip, even though by now I kinda don't know what to pick. Axe. Sorry dude, I don't even know where you are anymore. I know you can kinda like throw a firebomb there to get him out. If you aim it correctly. But why would I do that? Let me get a little bit quiet on my ear. There we go. Like, I don't mind game audio to be loud enough, usually. But as I said, when I stream, I kind of like it to be as low as possible, so that I can kind of hear my voice as well. Or at least that my own thoughts are not drowned out by the loudness. Oh, you dickhead. Don't stay in the doorway, please. Thank you. Surprisingly not the only hollow in the game that likes to stay in your way. I think with a clever quit out, I should be able to get rid of most of these attackers here. There we go. That should get rid of the dog, the big guy, and the one hollow. Yeah, I don't have any resin with me, but that's still an option, even though it doesn't really improve much. Hello. Can you see me? Oh. Fuck. Ah, that was a bad combo. I hate how the dog is so unresponsive. I hate, like, every time I get here, it's like, oh man, this dog is just... He looks at you straight ahead and he just doesn't see you. Yeah, anyways, let me get back real quick. Because I do need the ember to make this run passable. But the damage is alright, even at +5 already. For regular enemies, that is. For bosses, it's gonna be not alright. I mean, the early ones should be doable. Yo, welcome. How are you doing? Mushroom guy. Fungus guy. Whose name I can barely pronounce. Which of the 5, like, words in your name is your favorite? Mystical, gallbladder, slave, molester, or sporangiac? Now, you could do a funny one and say your favorite would just be a molester, but I wouldn't recommend it. Do you have something in my offhand that gives me exactly close to 2? Of course not. Okay, that should be alright. How about the last one? Yeah, exactly what I was saying. That's the last one you should go with. Oh, hey, I'm Mystical Gallbladder Sporangiac Slave Molester. You can also just call me Molester. It's kind of an inside joke amongst peers. You think Mystical would be the most cordial one? In that case, I'm gonna go with that in the future. To just keep it simple. And to avoid calling somebody who views my streams a molester. I can actually Switch back to the lingering. I should have maybe checked before I start the stream if there's like a mod that gives like a Minecraft armor. That would be fun. But I doubt it. I do know there's like a 2B skin though. Of course there is. Dude. Thank you. Okay, let's go try number 2. This time I'm not too distracted. Hopefully. By the other guy. There we go. Okay, this dog is gonna get it. Because I got that dog in me. Yeah, it really is. I mean, so much so that one game just had it officially inside of it. If I remember correctly. Stellar Blade. And Gravity Rush 2. Actually. Fantastic game, highly recommended. If you have a PS4 and you want to play a good game, play Gravity Rush. Which, you know, Sony very clearly didn't like that this game was beloved by people, so they shut the studio down. Classic Sony. You know, I'm a fan of like mods and whatnot, and I feel like there should be a certain freedom of expression there. But when Stellar Blade came out, there was like a lot of this Black New World Order bullshit, right? Blacked BBC skins for the main character, and people were like, "Oh yeah, don't ban this shit. That's freedom of expression." And I feel like, was this really the best example you could go with mods that were banned? Like actual nude mods would have been better, a better example, right? You really have to go with the most depraved, like, fetish shit as your stance for defending. Like, come on. Is that really the hill you want to die on? Speaking of hill to die on, I think I'm gonna do the Taurus Demon with +5 pickaxe, mining him to death. And then I'm actually gonna upgrade before I do the gargoyles. This time I'm gonna go, you know, the normal route for once. Kinda. At least in the beginning. But yeah. It's really impressive to me as well how, speaking of the PS4, how that system is basically still alive. Like, we really live at a point in time where generations for consoles are kinda over. It's, do you want an upgrade for your system with higher fidelity games that, you know, you can only get on that system because they wouldn't run on the other one? Then buy a PS5 or PS6 or whatever comes next. If you just want to play whatever, smaller indie games and whatnot, you can stay with your PS4. It's gonna get games for the next 10 years probably. Kinda cool if you ask me. And kinda proves my point that there's no reason actually for consoles anymore. If you already are only digital anyways, then just go with a PC. I just wish there would physical games would make a return there. Strange skins, but kind of... yeah. It's not even a strange skin, it's just... You know, it's alright for people to make it if they want to have their fetish... What the fuck? Oh, this guy came. Behind me. It's like, you know, you can do whatever. I don't mind if you have a the most depraved shit imaginable in your game, if that's the kind of mod you have. But as an example of what you need to defend in free speech, in a free speech sense, it's like, that's just the weirdest example to die on. Like when they removed like the gay flags from Spider-Man, I think, you know, that mod, even if you don't like it, it should be allowed, right? And that's like a good example of, hey, I just don't want these flags in my game. What if you like do something like, you know, I can think of an example that would be good. Last time I heard a game that stopped support was Genshin. Why would they do that? That game literally runs on like shitty mobile phones. They have like no reason to stop supporting the PS4. That's kind of dumb. But don't they make billions just from that game alone? Like, I get it if you don't support a platform like the 3DS or the Wii U, where the stores have been shut down. But the PS4? Strange. But yeah. Oh, I love how the pickaxe swings. It's kind of nice. But you know, speaking of physical games, there's like, I was of the opinion at one point, you know, when I really like a game, I'm gonna buy it on consoles a second time, just used, to also have it physically in case Steam ever dies. I almost never did that. But there's an example that's actually is about to come out, which is like a trilogy, like repackaged, and apparently it also comes out for PS4, which is nice, and Switch, but it runs like ass on Switch, which is the only reason why I might even consider a Switch 2. But the resolution is still gonna be locked, so probably not. I mean, if the damage was not great, but still +5 worked surprisingly well. I mean, I'm very interested to see how high the damage is going to be at +15. Oh no, I did activate the dragon. There's like a fun little detail. I might have talked about this before. When you don't activate the dragon cutscene, he doesn't spawn here. Which I always thought is a fun little detail. Because you'd think, oh, they have just like a trigger back there. So, you know. Huh. Just barely scraped by. I just thought they have like a trigger back there, and when you run past it, the dragon spawns, but no. It's like actually tied to the first appearance. Unlike Calamite, who is, you know, tied to the boss room. That would be bad if he is tied to some random spot that you need to run past. Especially since you can avoid it. Of course, not intentionally, but through a glitch. Okay. Hello, big guys. First gonna go to Andre. I thought, should I open the elevator, but no, first I really need to go to the other side. mean, it's not even a cutscene necessarily. It's just like this little small appearance where he lands on the small bridge and scares the player for the first time. It's really strange. But as I said, it is a cool detail. Like, the player has not seen the dragon, so why would the dragon be there? Maybe it's just a weird bug, as in a way they coded it. I have also a second one for you. Wait. I do have the second one for him. You want it now? Yeah, okay. Let's see where the pickaxe is going. I probably cannot make a divine one. 222, very nice. Because it's like a rare drop from the Fatsos. Took me quite a while to get it. Hell yeah. 428. That's about 100 more AR than with the whip last time. A scaling in strength, that's why probably. Okay, I think this is gonna be very... kinda easy. Not very, but kinda. At least 4 kings shouldn't be the biggest problem. Manus, of course, is never a problem. He's weak. Actual easiest boss in the game. Easier than Pinwheel. Probably, maybe, who knows. I do. Honestly, once you kind of get used to his attack patterns, he's actually not that hard. Like, unparryable Gwyn is kind of harder. At least with Manus, you have quite a lot of spots where you can heal and reapply buffs and everything. Making him quite the... you know, pushover. I still haven't figured out your drip. I will do that afterwards. Okay, gargoyles. Let's see what awaits you. Probably death. There's a fly here. Oh, a few days ago I was like... I suddenly heard like a crash. Something falling over. I go to where the sound was, which was here at my PC. And I saw that my main monitor was like tilted 90 degrees. There was like a fly on the monitor, and my cat tried to catch it. And because it's like on an arm with another monitor on top of it, it swiveled. It almost fell over. I was like, oh, don't do that. That's like 600 to 1,000 bucks here, right in front of me. Don't just destroy that. Ah, I missed. Missed again. And I don't mean the hit game missed. By Scion Interactive or whatever the name was. Which I should also play at some point. There we go. That's how you fight the gargoyles. Easy. It's in a frog. Yeah, sometimes they awaken something, I can tell you. Especially the girl. When she sees something, she does like this weird chattering. Which, you know, cats do when they get excited, apparently. It's like very interesting. Like, you'd think you should be quiet when you want to hunt something, not make some weird noises. Apparently not. Oh. Almost died there. I've gotten quite good at fast quit outs like this. Oh, and this also reset the guys, right. It was actually a good move. That's actually a very good move. Of course, they always go, like, between almost destroying my stuff and taking away my bed space, forcing me to kind of like awkwardly squeeze myself beside them. They can never go like to like a corner of the bed on the side. Always dead fucking center. It's like, oh yeah, thank you. I didn't want to lay at this point in this space as well. But hey, that's just how cats are. Okay, the first two bosses are done though. I might as well immediately do Asylum. A Stray Demon, I think. To, you know, have him knocked off. Especially the fat, I mean the way he turns around should be relatively easy. They got voice cues for all emotions. Yeah, kinda. So far I heard only the chattering and the normal meowing. And like the stretched out one. But I've seen like cats, like videos at least of cats that like... Come on. They like, what's it called? They do the same thing as a dog. They kind of imitate it, which is also funny. Or the cats that almost kind of speak. It's like... It's kind of wild what animals can do. I'm surprised there wasn't like an... I'm surprised there's like another animal that isn't just straight up speaking. Like human words. Besides like birds and whatnot. You know, big tip. If you ever plan to do a crime, maybe don't do it with a parrot around. Yeah, I recently saw one of these true crime videos where the parrot was like actually repeating the argument that two people had. I think down to the sound even of something hitting another person. Which is like, yeah, maybe kill the parrot as well at that point. Just to be sure. Imagine you have the perfect crime plan and then you sit in court and you're like, how did they catch me? Then witness testimony says, parrot, bring the parrot. Then can you repeat what you heard that day? I'm gonna kill you, you fucking bitch. You know. Damn bird, not again. You were the reason we were fighting in the first place. It was all the bird's plan, by the way. First revealing that the woman cheated. And now it gets all the snacks for free for being a national hero. Mom, I don't want to work in the fat mines anymore. No, son. You got to get some more globules of fat. Mind those cheeks, boy. Honestly, I mean, have you ever seen CCTV's footage? It's like... They use the same equipment they've been using since, you know, since like the 1960s. We really should just install a parrot in every place. It's probably going to be just as effective as a security camera. Like when you see like these footages of like police interrogations, which kind of got popular a while back, it's always like so garbage. It's like, hey, I have a phone in my hand that cost me 200 bucks. And you probably paid like thousands for these cameras. Like, seriously, can you not get a better quality? How is that possible? Like, it's always about, you know, protecting your assets until it costs a little bit too much money. Hell, my webcam, which costs like 50 bucks, has probably better quality than most CCTV systems. It's actually hilarious. Funny enough, this is one video which has very nice high HD quality graphics. Where like two guys come in and try to rob like a jewelry store or whatever. And then one guy jumps over the counter. The guy behind the counter just pulls out a knife and stabs him. The other guy is like, oh shit, I did not expect that. He runs away, the other guy screams, oh no, I'm dead. And I think he was actually dead. That one is in like full HD. Of course. Stuff like that. Let's see, Stray Demon and doll acquired. I mean, let's immediately not pull any punches and go to Quelaag. But maybe I should mine some gold first.
You leave me no choice.
Well, apparently he did have a choice. Seeing how he jumped down. Goodbye, Lotric. I mean, you'd think that. But we have like H.264, H.265, Havoc, and AV1, which... Like, I have all of my YouTube videos that I liked over the years backed up. I have most anime I watched backed up. I just recently did like a run through of all the videos that I have not compressed yet. I shrink them to 720p, and I compress them to Havoc. I got like... I shrank them down by like... to like 25% of their original size, roughly, by doing that. There are ways, with high quality footage, you still get like a good looking... acceptable footage, even with saving space, right? And you know, two 8TB NAS drives cost you what? Like 600 bucks? I just feel like usually it's, hey, it's like the CEO or whatnot or whatever going, oh, my nephew Steve, he knows the technologies. I'm sure he can set us up a good old system for, you know, a decent price. And then he says, like, oh yeah, I could do that. This costs like 5 grand. And then he goes to a yard sale and gets like grandma's old camcorders and like sets those up. And pockets like another 4 or 5 grand himself. I would probably say that's what's going on here. Good old Steve in IT. I tell you, don't trust the IT guys. Like, I knew a guy. He worked like in... like he was like tech support, IT support. But he also like maintained the servers. Like, he told me, hey, I am chilling in the cooled down server room with like... not ANC, like noise cancelling headphones, but like very noise reducing headphones. In case somebody like comes in. And I sit there the entire time in that room. And just like play Minecraft, watch like YouTube videos and whatnot. Until like maybe a call comes in and then I quickly run onto wherever it is. Fix it, because it's usually just very bad. A very simplistic problem anyway, so then I go back to my server room and chill there. So yeah, don't trust the IT guys. 60 to 90%. Like in size, or? Like the thing is, I ran like a little... Oh, yeah, how should I say? Like a little CCTV thing with a webcam once for my house. Check on my cats for like the day. Running this thing 24/7, it does not take that much space if you do it correctly. And usually they get rid of it after like a couple of months anyways. I think in the year of our Lord 2025. That's a dumb argument to make. I get that this is maybe the argument they do make, but it is a dumb argument to make from them. If you know what I mean. It's like... there we go. It's like people who still have like limited data on their phones here in Switzerland. It's like, yeah, you're doing something wrong. Because there are way cheaper and easier ways to get unlimited data. You're doing it on purpose. Almost. Okay, let's also do ceaseless. He should be relatively simple as always. And then it's time to go to Honor Londo already. Ooh, almost fell down. Hopefully this time I will not be stuck at on-scene smoke for like 2-3 tries. That would be very, very nice. And also after ceaseless, I'm gonna quickly go grab something to drink. I hoped it would cool down a bit more, but I'm thirsty. I said this before, like the one energy drink out of the, like the one monster, what's it called? Flavor, you could say, that actually sells is the only one they don't have in the fridge. I don't know what's wrong with that store. They have like all 3 types except for the 4th type in the fridge. And only the 4th type is the one that sells. It's like, come on, dude. Who's working at that store? Because you have no idea what you're doing. None whatsoever. Don't worry, Ceaseless. I'm gonna mine some chunks out of your hand soon enough. Oh, come on, run for it. But so far I like the pickaxe, actually. Even if at times it's a bit... Like when you get it going with like the initial hit and whatnot, it's super good. But if you have to like constantly step back, it's a bit of a slow weapon. Which is typical for hammers. Ah, come on. See that? That's how we do things. Quickly and efficiently. So while the cutscene plays, I'm gonna quickly go and grab a drink. 1 second. Just saw my boy fucking almost fall off the cat tree again. Sleeping, of course. So I kind of pushed him a bit in the middle again. Hopefully they don't reassume the same position. Which monster I call it? The white one. Monster Energy Ultra. The Boomer Juice. That's the one that sells the best. And I have to say, out of the ones they have, it's like the best flavor. The other store down the road has like 2 other flavors that are kinda nice from time to time. They have good old Bad Apple. They put some weird lady on that shit, not some Rainbow from Toho. No idea why they did that, but hey. I guess they are just not as based as everybody thinks they are. It's the Coca-Cola company after all. And it's like a weird lemon flavor, but that one's also good. But this store here is like the regular. It has the juiced, which is just like orange juice flavor, and it's kind of disgusting. They have the regular sugar-free and the white one. And I always enjoy the white ones. You could say I'm white-coded. Just have a bias toward whites, you could say. It's good though. But yeah, going quickly back to the CCTV thing. I have multiple PS2 iToy cameras. That thing runs at like 320p, and it still looks good better than some CCTV footage. And I've recorded entire days with that thing. It takes no space at all. Maybe I should install some CCTVs in police stations soon enough. Like, it really does, funny enough. At least sometimes. Honestly, if the Coca-Cola company themselves would go, hey, we have this flavor called Bad Apple. There's this very popular song called Bad Apple. Why not make a crossover there? I would buy pallets of this shit. You can trust me. Absolute... My basement would be filled with it. So let's quickly... Taurus Demon, Belgargoyle Demon, Quelaag, Ceaseless, and Stray. Let me do Sif, Hydra, and maybe 4 Kings even. Next. I think that could be cool. I know there's like this gamer company. It's like this energy drink. Like these weird powders. Like G Fuel. Gamer Subs, I think it was called. That have just like a full... That's full on Gooner, and that shit apparently sells really well. From what I've heard. Which is sad. In a way. That all you need to do is put tits on something. At anime. Like combined, and it's like almost an immediate seller. If you think about it, that's like the state of the world. You know, sprinkling a little bit of parasocialism, and there you go. There you go. That's a recipe for success. Hey, Andre. I'm gonna go kill a dog. A cool looking dog. Not one of these weird ones. Like my dad has. So strange looking at that dog, man. What has humanity done to them? It's unfathomable. I'm dumb. I forgot something. Andre. Like, I knew I was talking to Andre for some reason. Or at least looking at him. I was like, oh yeah, I need something from him. Purify used to get by G Fuel a lot. Yeah, I mean, G Fuel was one of these companies that is like apparently like very good when you get sponsored by them early on. Nah, not even, as a matter of fact. I knew, I think, they sponsored like Keemstar for years. And I'm pretty sure he at least made a mil or two from that. Like, they were already pretty big by the time PewDiePie got the sponsorship. I think it's probably like a correlation, right? Like, the amount of money you need to give to that guy to be to sponsor him is probably absurd, and they couldn't justify it. But when he had like a boost of like another 100 million, like that, that's probably when they were like, okay, yeah, let's do it now. Regardless of how much it costs, this is actually really good. Really, really good marketing. Like, when it comes to sponsors, though, something like G Fuel, is like, okay, or the anime one, I'm like, okay, you know, whatever. But when, like, companies that are supposed to, how should I say, like certain companies, they are just very strange when I see sponsoring from them. There's like this one company that was Click for a Cause or something like that, where you open a tab and then it displays ads, and supposedly that money from these ads goes to charity. I'm like, you're sponsoring tons of YouTubers with this right now. You probably spent millions. But you advertise something that's charitable. Like, how is that supposed to work? Like, I cannot believe that all of that money, or a good chunk of that money, goes to charity. I think a good chunk of that goes to sponsorship and to your pockets. Something is kind of wrong here. Or like VPNs, which are like, you know, we are the cheapest one in the business, but we also spend like a lot of money on sponsorships. Like, okay, how do you keep costs low, costs down in that case? Probably by selling data or doing some other sketchy shit. Right? Let's see. Gonna mine that dogium. Most valuable of minerals. The cutest, at least. Good boy, Neum. Fuels the world. Good damage, though. And as I said, when you can like get in a bit of a rhythm, my god, is the damage insane. Because you just get kind of fast. Yeah, he's already limping. There we go. Simple and clean. Probably how they grew, yeah. Oh no, that was way before. I mean, I see the timestamp, just don't see the time itself. Okay, I might as well do the Hydra next. And maybe if I'm a boss I can even level up, so that's gonna be cool. Oh, little Hydra. Gonna mine you. Don't worry. I'm gonna keep one chunk for myself in the end. I thought one thing that could be cool, or a fun little thing for this run, is to play like Minecraft songs during the boss fights. But I was like, I wonder how copyright is gonna handle this one. So I'm not gonna do it after all. Yeah, I mean that was a completely different shit show altogether. However, though, to be honest, I got just though one of the bigger ones. I don't know which one it was, Red Cross, WWF, or whatever. Like the CEO makes like $1 million a year or something, and they reported like the amount of money that per dollar you give them, they give a fraction of a cent to the actual cost. The rest is operating costs. It's like, just not a fan of charities because of stuff like that. I don't trust them. I give you a dollar and at least 80% goes to the cause. I don't trust you. I'm a bit too close to shore. I know the golems tend to like to come over here. Oh, come on. I should go with the ones that stick in the dirt. But I need to keep attention on this guy. I still don't know why this can sometimes happen. Like that, they can't fully hit you like that. Yeah, really. I mean, to some degree, right, I get it. You need people to do certain jobs, and to get the best out of it, running it like a business should work. But not when you also take money like a business. Like I asked somebody before that I know who was like a C-suite employee at a company, not at a charity. It's like, don't you think that's kind of, you know, bad? He was like, you know, but which C-suite employee would work for that little money? I think, you know, like asked, you know, somebody who works at a charity, maybe? Somebody who wants to give to the community? They couldn't fathom that. It's like, no, I don't get it. So what do you mean you don't get it? Like, free labor is the biggest charity of it all. This economy? Come on. Hell yeah. Oh, come on. Okay, I mined the Hydra. And now it's time to mine some crystal. And I mean the good shit. Alright, fucking Heisenberg with his blue crystal. Like, come on, dude. We here at Runeborn Incorporated, we do golden crystal. The good shit. You know, there are like pills that you can buy that have like good gold inside of them, and because you do not... because gold is not getting dissolved in your stomach and whatnot, it makes your poop glittery. That's like the bougiest, nouveau richest bullshit ever. That's the kind of shit I'm mining right now. There we go. Like, I remember that was like an actual thing, by the way. Like, small pills that dissolve in your stomach with gold dust inside of it so that your poop becomes sparkly with gold. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's the same as the water that has like gold flakes inside of it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Some people, I tell you. Some people are just something else. Let's see, how much do I need? Quite a bit. I don't think I can actually get there. I can try. I don't want to die to the 4 kings and lose it all, you know? No, it actually should be possible. You know what? At like, if we make it to 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna release pills with lead in them. Then you actually have some pretty cool shit. Or uranium. It's gonna glow in the dark. That's cool merch if I've ever seen one. You know. Could you imagine? Was it? No, it was a radium, not a uranium. Radium. Where they like painted the clock faces with it, and then they were like, okay, you know, you need to like lick it to have like a very nice tip and whatnot. And then they were like, okay, and it glows so nice, so let's paint ourselves with it. And all of them died from cancer. There were also benches, remember correctly? Like, when we just found out this shit, apparently everything was just wild. You could like, get it to drink. There's like this famous picture of a guy whose jaw fell off. There were like benches with like uranium inside of them that you could sit on top of, and it was like, oh yeah, this is like healthy and whatnot. Right? It's like, actually, what the fuck? Yeah, they felt radiating. They had such a radiating glow. Yeah, medicinal cosmetics, and like, it's just wild. Today we still have like these weird gurus that sell like actual snake oil, like Goop by Gwyneth Paltrow. At least they don't sell you fucking radioactive material. Could you imagine? You couldn't get away with that. No, actually, fuck. There are like these websites that sell you like energizing amulets and whatnot. And they sell this shit on Amazon. And there was like a guy who bought them, and they were actually over the legal limit for radiation. They actually still sell you like radiated stuff and pretend that it's good for you. Under another context, of course. They don't advertise it being, you know, radiating. I need this before I forget it. Okay, time to mine some 4 Kingsium. The rarest of the rare materials. Only 1 out of 10 Minecraft player ever mined this rare material. I just hope for good, you know, good luck. He got me on the backswing with the other one. Hell yeah. I mean, actually pretty decent damage-wise. Ah, that was really close. Okay, where's the next king? Time to mine. Mine like wild dogs. Like in Africa. With cobalt. whatever they mine again. Let's roleplay it as a little African child. In the lithium mines. Paid for by your local charity. Oh! I didn't want to risk running away. I'm barely not making it. But yeah. Guess we mined all the supply of 4 Kingsium. There won't be any more, so price goes up. Hell yeah. But yeah, surprisingly decent 4 Kings fight. Nothing compared to the whip, to the Guardian tail. Let's use like 10. There was also plates made of uranium too. The Chaw guy actually overdosed too. He took 3 balls instead of prescribed swoon because he feel better. Yeah. Like for the longest time, I didn't know where this image came from, and then I was like, oh. And then I like watched one of these horror YouTube channels, you know, the ones that always talk in the same voice and do like the VHS effects and act like, you know, that's super scary. You know, the ones that like do the pirate software thing, where they deepen the voice. 10 scary facts about uranium. Right? Like that. Number 10. I shouldn't do that because I didn't set up my mic in a way that I can use proximity effect good enough. But it would do the same thing, even though it's not the SM7B, which is very, very prone to that. And you can quote me on one thing, I'm never gonna buy an SM7B. Unless I get it for like 50 bucks. Because there are better mics out there. For better prices as well. Okay, time to, you know, mine some iron. I think everyone who played Minecraft before knows. That's basically the first thing you kinda get. A full iron chest plate and armor and everything. That's kind of the first step to diamonds. Yeah. Like, honestly, I don't even want to talk too much about the guy. Because I saw the writing on the wall, like, from the get-go. And there's, like, a lot of history of the guy that people just kind of wrote off as well. Which always I have a stroke. Struck me as weird. Like, I saw like 1-2 shorts and was like, oh yeah, this guy is kind of interesting. And then I saw 1 shorts about something that I knew, actually. And I was like, oh, no, wait a second. This guy knows nothing. Holy shit. He's basically like reading Wikipedia and acting like he's a know-it-all. But yeah, funny guy. First, second generation Blizzard employee. Can't make that shit up, dude. Maybe he would have benefited from some, you know, liquid uranium. Making that brain glow. Like some health guru. Like, I always thought, you know, these like really crazy cults and whatnot are actually kind of funny. Funniest being Heaven's Gate. Because these guys work like as web developers to fund their own stuff. And when you look at their websites, oh man, it's so good. It's probably the funnest website out there. At least design-wise. Like, bring that shit back. Like, if my local bank had a website like that, man, dude, I'm gonna open 3 accounts and get like 50 loans. Take all my money. No, instead it's just white. And modern, ew. Reject modernity. Return to monkey. If your website doesn't use all colors of the rainbow as a color for the font on a singular page, then you're doing something wrong. I'm sorry to say it. You failed web development 101. Web design 101, I mean. Like, I actually worked for a company that did like modern websites, and it turned me off so much having to interact with that world. Like, sure, it's where I would probably work, make the most money. I could get a job in relatively easily, if I would want to, but it's soul destroying. Oh. Because there's no soul in it, you know? Man, how long do you need for to start tumbling, dude? I might not... Yeah. Oh! I didn't pay attention. Almost died from power within. Oh, finally. Now I can mine some iron in peace. Mining diamonds. I haven't played Minecraft in a while. I saw like one dude that made like a video. Is mod Pickaxe still fun? And it almost gave me like a little bit of a... I kind of want to play this mod pack now vibe, but then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna spend like 100, 200 hours just for... to experience some nostalgia. Let's be honest here. Maybe sometime, when I'm old, I'm gonna be like, oh, back in the day, before we had full immersive VR, we had these things called controllers. And mouse and keyboard. And then my AI assistant stands beside me. And tells me, no sir, this did not exist. This is just a figment of your imaginations. Humans always lived in brain tanks. Speaking of, we need to change your brain fluid water. Be prepared to suffer excruciating pain for the next 20 hours as we poke around in your brainstem to remove some unnecessary thought processes. Thank you for cooperating with Meta. Right? That's gonna be like the future of 2024. Trust me. I know. I talked to Suck personally, and he confirmed it. Because my uncle works at Meta. They said they're gonna implement their brain tags very soon. Mark Zuckerberg already has 3 of them to kind of like switch out his brain every so often. You know, Sometimes you have the goofy mark, sometimes you have the serious mark, and then you have the lizard mark. And the lizard mark has quite a small brain, let's be honest here, because lizard brains are small. It's like the size of a walnut. Okay. Enough weird conspiracy talk. Or whatever that's supposed to be. Let's do a daring jump. Ah. I was pretty much stun locked there. Let's try that again. And this time not fuck it up. And as always, I will do my fun little roll down. To skip all of Honor Londo after this. Because why would I do it any other way? I just don't like the archers. You know. Come on. And this elevator is also not exactly fun. Like, I also know you can kind of skip into the Duke's Archive early by doing the same thing, the same setup. But it's extremely hard. I tried it like once or twice before. I couldn't pull it off. So I'm not even gonna try. Lizard mark is your favorite mark? Yeah. It's so funny how this dude, out of all... Didn't he, like, visit a course? Or, like, hired somebody to teach him to be more human at some point? Wasn't this, like, an actual thing that leaked? Like, it's kind of insane how this dude was, like, a normal, maybe slightly autistic college student at some point. And just being, like, in this weird bubble for too long made him completely robotic. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you tell me that, like, yeah, he actually replaced his brain at some point. Or it has, like, some kind of, like, a robotic body with his head kind of attached to it. Because the way that this dude acts sometimes is not normal. It's, like, beyond autistic. That was the wrong combo. What I wanted to do was... Ah, interesting. I didn't realize that. Cool. Very cool. Speaking of very cool... Let me actually bomb this box. What would be good drip for the remainder of the pickaxe run? That I can actually wear, that is. Let's see. Goth's Gauntlet is a bit too heavy. I mean, the golem armor would basically be the iron armor set from Minecraft. Oh, come on, do we have something cool? All the gauntlets, I think those I'm gonna use. What else do we have that's kind of fitting? Honestly, the crimson set is kind of snazzy. The brass gauntlets and the brass leggings, yeah. They're actually kind of nice. Oh, iron and iron. Wasn't it just leather? Right, there was. Okay. Figure I have something. Emma Wayne 2. Just check the description. It's written in plain English. If I don't remember wrongly. Or maybe it changed, I don't know. Maybe I forgot to do something. Okay, these are already pretty heavy. Maybe I have to go with the leather one after all. Yeah, that's like the right amount. But even then, probably the leggings need to go as well. But for now, that doesn't matter. Because now I'm gonna go to Unseen Smo. Let's go. Oh, I love, this is probably, besides the Dew skip, my favorite skip in the game. It's so easy and so fun. No, I can't. You can just look in the description. But I think you're probably a bot the way you act. Or at least one of these artist scammers. Let's be honest here. Anyways, time for Unseen Smo. Just one more little distance away. There we go. The reason, by the way, why there's like this blue thing around your legs the entire time is because fall damage, fall control, basically realizes you should die every single step you take. So it constantly activates itself again. Which is the only reason why this works, I think. Let's switch this also to leather. Yep. Leather boys activated. Right. If you're an actual artist, just post your shit on Twitter, and we're not, and have a VGen. Don't ask people for their Discords. Big tip, because I don't want to be marketed to. Nobody wants that. Ah. Yeah, I did see both of them running and him zooming. Oh, come on. Can I, like, get set up, please? Thank you. What the fuck? Okay, so far it's not a good start. Oh, fuck off. I almost want to quit out and start this one again. I mean, the damage is nice though, right? Look at that, 2 hits and he's already 3 bars down. Smo, stop running. Yeah, come here, Ornstein. That's right. Let me mine some of Ornsteinium. Some of that Ornstein. Oh, I don't know how he did not hit me there. Did you know that Stein is stone in German? Very cool fact. So Goldstein actually means goldstone. These guys are made from stone. Some circles might say Ornstein might be Jewish. Just some food for thought. Yeah, there you know, that was kind of stupid. Like, listen, just fuck off. If you're this persistent and somebody tells you, hey, especially when they're like busy, concentrating, you act like a child that doesn't get its lollipop, then sorry. You're like 10 years too young to have people commission you for art. Oh. Come on scene. Smo. To mind those cheeks. At least I'm not a Minecraft YouTuber, otherwise I would be mining miners. Oh, I got it. Oh! What? I never realized that. I always take the right one, so these days, so I never realized that. This is the elevator for Smo, and this one is for Ornstein. That one's smaller than this one. By a good amount. Oh! I never realized that. Interesting. I mean, it's probably like the Nigerian prince tactic, where they send out millions of mails a day. Even if just one of them bites, it's still worth it. Especially if you live in some shithole, I would guess. I mean, somebody says, oh yeah, you know, my yearly salary is like $200. Even if just one guy falls for it and gives me $100, that's already half a year paid for, basically. So I would argue it's probably that. Or at least that mentality. Just kind of send it out into the masses and goodies. Okay, what do I do next now? Because it's so fun. Let's go with a small refresher by doing the Moonlight Butterfly. And then I'm gonna do Duke's Archive next. Because that one's full of stuff to mine. From crystals to crystals to crystals. Legends say if you open up my chests, there are also some crystals in there. And other legends say if you look inside of my nose, there's also some crystal there. But not the good kind. The bad kind. The breaking bad kind. Ah, it's so easy to make crystal meth tropes. I mean, back in World War II, the Germans were on meth. Methamphetamines, at least. Prescribed. By the government. Could you imagine? There's like this dude, what the fuck was his name? He's like all of these MREs. And some of them, if I remember correctly, come with like heroin or something. Or meth. Heroin or meth. So he has to be kind of careful not to accidentally, okay, I mean accidentally in quotes, partake in that. Because who knows how, you know, nearly 100-year-old meth reacts in your brainstem. It's gonna fry you, probably. There's like this one image, it's like the most normie tier people are the ones that go to like the jungle and partake in ayahuasca, and it always without fail fries them. One shots them and makes them go absolute hippie mode for the rest of their lives. It's not some, you know, experienced drug. It's always like the normie office worker that probably fights for the rights of getting one extra coffee a day. The ones that film their "My day at the Microsoft offices. 9 PM I arrive at the office. Then I first partake in 1 hour of yoga. Then I take a lunch break, or at least a little snack break. Then I have like a half-hour meeting with my health professional, like CEO of health. Then I have another meeting with my best friend Clara. Not anything work related. We just discuss whatever. Then I take another break. Then we all go to company lunch. Eating eggs and crumpets. Like, have you ever seen these videos? It's like, my god. How is that real? Like actual adult daycare. It's the best descriptor I've ever seen. Okay, I cannot cycle it. Barely. Maybe if I applied some like electricity, it would have worked. Oh. Actually close, my dude. You almost got me. But yeah, you know. In the end, everybody in this world is a scammer. From the people working at Microsoft to the people working at Microsoft in quotes. The worst thing is when the content is work for the implying a viewer base. Wait, what? The worst fact is when that content is working for them. Ah, yeah. Yes, man. If you trust any influencer that wants to sell you a lifestyle, you are cooked. If you trust somebody, oh yeah, I work at Microsoft and I just have basically a break every single minute of the day, you are clearly falling for some kind of gay op by Microsoft themselves. Sorry, but you might need to amputate your brain. Who should I do next? Let's see. I did say I want to do Archives first, but I'm so close to a level up, I might do the Capra first. Capra and Gaping. Should be simple enough. Also, my god, what's wrong today with YouTube? I've never seen those numbers. Usually I don't check, but this time it's like a bit strange. Is this finally my big break? After I was sick for a week. I did show the melon video at the beginning of the stream. Like, here's the thing. I have like medicine here, like headache pills, that were given to me by somebody, because they are not over the counter. You need like a recipe for those. And man, they are fucking amazing. I wish I could get them just over the counter. Should maybe ask my doctor about them. Because that's some good shit. Oh, do not kill me. Let's mine some dogium. Then some caprium. Oh, one shot? Holy hell. That's what the pickaxe is for. I mean, combined, it's actually more like 15 now. Sorry, Cabra, but you just have to sit there and watch as you die. He's like really like an ore, just waiting to be mined, isn't he? Goddamn, 500 damage per hit. That's what the pickaxe is for. And now I can directly go and do the gaping, and then I certainly have enough for another level up. Which is good. I was really worried that the later runs are gonna be pretty much one level up or like half a level up. But so far I'm still glad. As long as it's under a mil, I can probably get like 1 or 2 per run. But once it's above a mil, it's gonna be difficult. I wish they scaled at least the soul amount a bit better. Because I think it's, for most enemy, like... it depends on the enemies. As an example, the Black Knights, they give you 2k on the lowest rank. And 5k on the highest rank. So it's only an increase by 2.5. Which... not that good, if you ask me. Okay, Gaping Dragon. Magician still alive. Let's see how that works out. Before I do, however, let's reset Power Within. Classic. And also want some gold pine resin. Okay, big guy. Let's mine some teeth. Oh, 3k? Holy shit. You good? I need some of those. Let's take another humanity just in case. The last one I want to die to is Gaping Dragon, let's be honest. Because this dude is easy. Just has a little bit too much health. Like, honestly, that's like the biggest thing about Gaping Dragon. What the fuck? Ah! That didn't just happen, did it? That's not good. Let's just hope I can get those souls back without dying. Let's do a little fun thing, though. Instead of, you know, doing the regular run back. I think I can speed it up just a little bit. That was kind of embarrassing. You honestly, the Gaping Dragon is like one of these early blockades that I see like a lot of people struggle with. Because it has so much health. Even on regular New Game Plus. Regular New Game. Like, unexpectedly so. Like, the Capra is like... It's actually a regular enemy that has you know what, on normal playthrough, like what, 2 or 3k health? The gaping is like 5k or something. So let's see if I can pull this off the way I want to pull it off. Iron leggings, fall control, exactly. Fuck. You can land on that little smidgen there and then roll off normally. In that case I have to do the other run around. Hey, you can see my bloodstain down there. Okay, this time I'm at least going on in with a little bit more Estus. Yeah. Let's also for safety just get rid of the magician here. Hopefully. Oh. Okay, that's 1 rat. 2 rats. That was almost me losing all my souls. All 600k of them. Trust and believe. Oh, he survived that. Why? Yeah. Push over is what I call him. Big pushover. And this time, he will not buff the Gaping Dragon, making him one-hit kill me. Thank you very much. Domo arigato. Mr. Roboto. I love that song, by the way. It has like a nice little twist right at the end. An unexpected twist. Which I always find kind of hilarious. They're like, oh yeah, thanks Mr. Roboto for doing all the tasks. Tasks nobody wants to. And at the end he goes, I'm taking off the masks. Yeah, the mask. I'm actually Kilroy. The one who will kill all humans. You know, that's good music. That used to be popular. Like, what's the most popular stuff nowadays? Like some weird, you know, oh, I'm gonna flex my shit music. I'm so rich, you're not. And you're a hoe. But I'm also a hoe, but I'm rich, so it doesn't matter. Right? That's the music that's hip with the kids. Okay, let's go. Let's grab my stuff and kill the gaping dragon this time. This time with style. It was also very unfortunate that he had to do his tail swipe like 5 times in a row. I've never seen him do that. He usually is quite good with not repeating attacks too much. I mean, the pine resin might be a little bit of a waste for him, but you know. Of course he doesn't slam down. I didn't mean slam down like that, dude. Come on, show your nice little head. Buddy. What? It's been a while that I died to him like multiple times. That's for sure. Ah. So sorry about that. Let's go. Route number 3, this time he actually dies. I can guarantee that. I like Vocaloid music. Fungi like electronics. I mean, Vocaloid, unironically, pretty good. Because it's just like a platform. Oh, that reminds me, I should buy... I wanted to buy Utsupi's new CD. That's probably my favorite producer. Good old Despair P. Translated, I think it was. He's the GOAT. Of course, the other classics are also good. Like Deco. It's also pretty nice. I'm a bit disappointed that we never got, like, Utsupi in any of the Project Diva games. I think. Because that will be hilarious. Could you imagine? But that might shred some people's minds. And it would probably be difficult as fuck as well. Maybe I should play one of them on stream once. To show how bad I am at rhythm games. But that's probably a copyright nightmare. Orange Star. Can you like name a song? I don't know most producers by name, only Utsupi and Deco. 27, I think. Ah, I'm already here. Okay, let's go. This is it. Redemption for Yaku. See? Okay, the gold pine resin did help a little. A little bit more than I expected it to be, to help. Let's mine some tail. Or not. I mean, you know, I like some of the classics, but I don't know the name of the people who made them. That was not close at all. Like, whoever made Vocaloid, by the way, they struck it rich. That was like a gold mine. That was the best idea they ever had. I can tell you that much. Like, you make a software, and people make songs for you that you then kind of own the rights to again, to some degree, and you can just sell off. It's genius. It's like a Roblox. You get people to make games where children get groomed, and you somehow make profit doing that. Maybe not the groomed part, but people making games for you. Like, you just need to give the platform and other people make the content. Genius. Genius. Right? Ah, IA. I have to look them up if I recognize any one of them. I did remember IA. She was good. There was something like 1,000 Days or something. Song with her. Let's see, that was Gaping Dragon. Caprera is also done. And I also did all of that so I could level up. One more intelligence, please. 28 more to go. And now I'm gonna do my favorite skip. Good old Thief skip. Archive skip, prison skip, whatever you want to call it. The cool one. The best one. My controller being empty one. I like this controller, but man, its battery's ass. Do I have like a cable here somewhere? I just used one not too long ago. This one. It's actually... give it to me. Let me quickly operate on my display. Pulling out this thing. Now plugging the controller in. And just hope Steam inputs doesn't fuck me over. It doesn't. Very nice. Yeah, 6 trillion years and overnight story probably. Yeah, that one. That's probably the first song I saw from IA. Am I tripping? Wasn't there also like IA and a broader model that was called AI? Or am I misremembering something there? I thought they came in a pair. And I also know there were like new ones announced recently, but of course mostly you hear Miku and Rain and Len and some Teto, which has done some... I've seen some pretty good ones recently on that front. Teto almost got a little bit of a revival. I'm dumb. I'm so fucking retarded. Trust me, I played through this game dozens of times. It still happens every so often. Hey, Framed. Bye, Framed. I said this before, but if there's ever like a quality of life mod that comes out for Dark Souls, it needs to include that the Lord Vessel is placed automatically. That's like one of these things I always forget to do. Every single time. Okay, let's go. I'm still saving a lot of time by not having to do the prison though. I mean, 2 hours and I'm pretty much halfway there, I would say. It's gonna be a fast one. Trust me. Fast forward to me dying 50 times to Gwyn or something. The pickaxe should at least kill the pigs quite fast. Named 1. Okay. I thought it was IA and AI, but... That's like... When did they come out? Like 2013 or something like that? Oh, hello. Almost had a horn up my ass. It's kind of insane how old Vocaloid is as well. Was it just recently the 20th anniversary or something? Let's mine some ham. Oh, that reminds me. I just recently had a bit of a thing I want to complain about. Yeah, I should have quit out. In the store, on the meat, they put like little pictures of the animals on there. Right? Like little tiny pictures of the animals. Hey, this piece of meat, or like this meat product contains... And then there's like a cow. Yo, Dapix, welcome. There's like a cow and a pig. And then another piece of meat says, oh, this one contains a pig. It's like, okay. And the reason they do that is not to warn people. Like, hey, there's pig in this. Hey, there's meat, there's beef in this or whatnot. Right? Because you would just have to read on the backside what's in it. It's so that, you know, foreigners and what... I think it was done so that foreigners who come here, who don't speak the language and refuse to speak the language, can go, oh, this is not halal. Or whatever. It's purely for that. Oh, right, her 18th birthday. I thought 20th already. But no, it was the 18th, you're right. Vegan propaganda. Now, vegans, when they do shit like this, they show you how cows are slaughtered and whatnot. Which, I think is alright, you know, if that's what you want to do, then do that. I think it's a bit distasteful, personally. Like in Japan, apparently, there's like a huge controversy of one group that always like posts like pictures of that at like anime conventions and shit. Well, you know, if that doesn't deter somebody, then you just have to kind of stop. Like I saw once how they slaughter cows. It's quite marvelous. It's quite the sight to behold. They have like this huge machine, right? The cow goes in, and then almost like two claws kind of like come from the side and just grab the cow. Little knife or like saw goes through the throat, and then the machine spins around and lets the blood like drip out. So it's like this huge, weirdly complex machine, and it like kills the cow in the most removed from human kind of way possible. And then it like turns it around and like puts it on a hook, maybe even. It's kind of insane. Very impressive, I would say. Yeah. I mean, you have like PETA. They like kill hundreds of animals daily, thousands. Because for them, like, you know, rather than being under human slavery or whatnot, it's better to just, you know, to just die. Like, imagine they did that in the US when slavery was abolished. Well, you guys are free now. Stand at that wall and we're gonna kill you. Wait, what? Isn't slavery over? Yeah, that's why we have to kill you now. Because it's better to live, to not live than be a slave. So slavery is over for you, right? It's like, what the fuck? Imagine how history would be if that was the how it was originally. Black History Month would be wild, let me tell you that much. Yearly reenactments. Yeah, it really is the art of harvesting an animal perfected. You know, I do like, though, when you, like, at least show it to children. Like, I have nothing against, as I said, I have nothing against showing it to children. There was, like, a festival here, right? Which I think, in retrospect, is the funniest shit possible. There's, like, one village here in Switzerland, I don't know where it was, where they slaughter a live pig in front of everybody, and then they cook it, and then they eat it. Right? And some organizations came, you know, that's too brutal, you can't do that. Remember, that's inhuman. It's like, you do the same thing, you just don't eat it afterwards. Like, you show people how it's prepared and everything. You just don't, you know? I think this is far better for every child and every man to see this at least once, this process live of how it's done, and then actually, you know, getting the chance to have a little nibble, see the entire process from start to plate, and then actually getting to eat from that plate. I think that leaves a far bigger impression than seeing some random ass picture. Because guess what? They've been doing that with cigarettes for the past 20 or so years. And everybody I know who smokes still smokes. So pictures aren't exactly good deterrents. Just as a tip. If PETA wanted to do on humans, they would go for it. Which is sickening very for both. Yeah, they would. Sometimes I wonder just if they're just kind of if they're memeing, you know. When they do shit like Mario chomping on turtles and they're like, that's actually bad. It's like, really? That's what you go after? Like, you probably have a meme master sitting at the PC the entire day. Like, you can't tell me otherwise. Ah! Oh, that was close. I pressed the wrong button there. Hell yeah. It even saved me the right spot. Let's go. I would agree with you, but I've never seen Mad Max. I've only seen like trailers and like snippets, but yeah. But you know, as far as stuff goes, let people eat what they want as long as they eat it in a good way. Or are aware what they eat, right? You know, I'm the kind of person, as an example, I'm not very finicky when it comes to what part of an animal you eat. But a lot of people are very disgusted by things like tongues and hearts and whatnot. They're like, ew. Eating a tongue? That's disgusting. Ew. Eating the tastiest muscle in the body, the heart? Ew, that's disgusting. It's like, okay, dude. Because all of that shit gets thrown out or put into dog food. It's like, yeah, come on. Let's not be that, you know, that sensitive about this stuff, please. I get it if you don't want to eat like a stomach or whatnot, because it is kind of disgusting looking. Have you ever seen the inside of a stomach? Ew. It has like weird folds. Or like the bile. You don't fucking eat the bile. It's a bile, right? Just with one character changed. You say that, but I've also never watched Fist of the North Star beyond like episode 10 or so. But I roughly get what you mean. Like, I'm aware of Mad Max and the world, roughly. I know there's also something with breast milk, which in current year is actually kind of hilarious. With the amount of, you know, breast milk memes that exists out there, mommy milkers and whatnot. But I should watch it maybe at some point. There's like a bunch of movies I still need to, or want to watch. I still have the entire Guinea Pig franchise on my hard drive. Which, not recommended if you have a weak stomach. Or if you're eating stomach. Because one of the Guinea Pig movies was so apparently realistic that I think Charlie Sheen went to like the government and was like, hey, I think this is an actual real life snuff film. Ban this shit. This vile garbage coming from Japan. The land of the rising sun. Of that Starbucks meme, which one? The one with the femboys or the one with the big titty golf GFs? Or mommies? Because I remember there being multiple ones. It's like one of the easier memes to make. It's the low-hanging fruits, and there are always two of them. And both of them produce milk, by the way. Hilariously enough. Okay. Time to mine some crystals. I hate when it does like this thing where you cannot use an item directly after casting. Oh, I might die here. Just barely survived. The one with the breast milk. Okay. I mean, that's not as vile, I would say. I mean, going back to to good old Pirate Software earlier, wasn't he working at Blizzard when the scandal about stealing breast milk from the fridge was a thing? Wasn't that an actual thing that happened at Blizzard when they stole breast milk out of the fridge? Like, come on. Oh, I do remember that. There was like one of like the big anime YouTubers at the time, when they still made reviews, I think made chokingly a review about this series every time a new part came out. Man, the world was different at that time. There's a little fly here. Getting rid of that. That was insane damage though. Holy shit. By the way. That's how you mine diamonds, right? Nothing of that creeper, oh man, bullshit. That's like, you got those diamonds secured. And let's do the Honor Londo bosses next. I would Hooters Walt thrive in Europe. You mean Hooters? The like titty thing? Didn't they get shut down? Because nobody cares about them anymore? Because if you actually want to see tits, you can just as well go to a strip club. Or on the internet. And the food was like very subpar anyways. Is there something with that restaurant? With that chain? Okay, next I'm gonna mine some fluff. I would say. Some good old fluffiness. I have like a comparison I want to make. Once I reach Priscilla, so I hope I don't forget it. It's a very good comparison. Trust me. Yeah, I really like the pickaxe actually. I thought it was going to be a little bit of a meme run. But so far it's actually pretty good. Yeah, okay, yeah. I wouldn't... It's like hard to say, I think. Because as I said, you know, the food apparently is like subpar, and you already have like good restaurants here anyways, so... I don't think they would fare well here. At least in some areas, at least. Because you also had to potentially circumvent some indecency laws in every different place. Maybe something like the Netherlands doesn't have a problem with it, but something like Germany might. I mean, Germany and France. At this point, you probably have to force them to wear a hijab while working in the restaurant anyways. That was my best quit out so far. That was really clutch. I was maybe like a frame before actually dying. Holy hell. Okay, now that I am in front of Priscilla. Can we all agree that Priscilla is still a boo-boo of the Dark Souls world? Right? If it would exist here, it would be little figurines of her. With all of that fluff and that face. She probably also has like these spiky teeth. Right? So let's mine some Labubu while I'm at it. God damn, that's a good damage. A cute shine woman. I mean, half woman, half dragon. Oh, come on. There we go. Goodbye, Priscilla. You was not meant to be. You were spared from being a Labubu. In this life, at least. Maybe next Saturday. Okay, let's go. From cute women to femboys. That's the usual route that I take here. From Priscilla to Gwendolyn. Let's just take the stairs normally. And then I'm gonna mine some fanboy booty. Let's go. I do have the ring. It is this one. I'm always a bit unsure which of the two it is. See ya. Give me a second. See ya, Mystical. Thanks for stopping by.
What foolishness.
Oh, I still am. If they would make a Gotham act, that would be interesting and attract eyes by how they look. I mean, I saw a woman wearing goth makeup. I think like it's a fad, right? It would work maybe for like a couple of weeks at best. Right. Like it sounds like a good idea until you probably actually try it out. And then you're like, ah, yeah, it's maybe not. Oh. Usually just prime opportunity to get closer to him. Thank you. Do one more, please. Ah. That was not good. Okay, nice. One more. That was close. But yeah, I do think it sounds better on paper than it does in actuality, I would say. If you're gonna be completely honest, same if they would do like fanboy hooters. I think like 2 guys would show up. Oh, come the fuck on. He just doesn't stay long enough. Just very unlucky as well with the pattern. Thank you. Finally he does the bow. There we go. You would? I mean, I've been exposed to the king of the goths, so goth does not scare me anymore. The gothic bad boy himself. It's basically changed my view on the entire gothic scene. Rip to a real one. Trust and belief. A bunch of outlaws. Really? Would you really be rather be around a bunch of outlaws than gothic women? I mean, let's be honest. Is it goth or gothic? Right? Because gothic area with like the big dresses and whatnot, that could be fun. It's like a Renaissance fair, basically. Let's do the boss rush. Let's do the boss rush to get it over with finally. Honestly, my favorite trope, which is practically dead, as far as I know. At least, it's no longer as popular as it used to be. Is the whole monster girl trope. I can remember when that was a thing. Ooh. That you cannot replicate in real life. So people were really thirsty at the time. Modern goth, but gothic is beautiful. I mean, both would be funny though. But I guess these days it would be closer to like leader fashion. If you actually do a gothic getup. That would be a cool restaurant. Instead of, oh, you get some mediocre food and you have some big-breasted ladies. You go into like a gothic 16th century style, like nobleman cafe or something. Oh, that one's free, by the way, if anybody wants to make that. Just send me a free invitation. And you're good. There we go. Yo, welcome, Marcibella. Yeah, it really does. I think it's a new patch, the new engine on the Bedrock edition, I think. Invitation to what? To the Gothic 16th century style restaurant. Where you have Gothic women as the servants, the serving staff. It's like a cat cafe, right? But with style. I've seen pictures of cat cafes, by the way, and I do think they are kind of racist. Because I've never seen one where they have cats like mine, and I think that's not acceptable. It simply is not. I'm pretty sure there are no dog cafes. Because that would be actually dangerous. And what's my cat like? Oh, good question. Might have not seen it before. But I show it once in a while. Let me... where did I put it? I think in here I have a picture. That's what my cats are like. Let me also put it, what the fuck's the image on the mobile screen. There we go. Or not. What's it called? 25, this one. There we go. That's what my cats are like. Let me put him there. Then under the model. Like that. There we go. There we go. Let's do it like that. Let's keep him here for a while. Right? You never seen one of those in a cat cafe? Not a single time. So I think... I tried it before, but they absolutely hate it. They act like they are paralyzed when you try to put them on. And one of them got very fat very quickly, so... She kinda outgrew it very fast. So I haven't tried it since. You know. It's like if they would have been more receptible to it, right? More like, hey, okay, I'll accept it, I'll do this thing, I would have done it, but... I don't need to force them to get along with it. It's warm enough in here anyways. When it isn't, I can just put a blanket on top of them. Also, they do get kinda dirty really fast, so you do need to wash them quite often as well. So you'd also have to take the sweater off every so often. And I don't think they would like that either. Oh, they are absolutely pettable. There's like a super funny video as I once saw of like one girl that has naked cats who like walks around with them in a stroller for, you know, babies, which, okay. And then one guy is like, oh, can I pet one of them? And she was like, yeah, sure. And the guy goes, oh, it feels like skin. It's like, yeah. Skin feels like skin. You realize that very nicely. It's like, cool. But yeah, they are very, very soft. And like, they're almost like dogs. A beanie on the head. They would probably hate that the most. Because it impacts their ears, you know. I thought about buying a hat though at one point. I'm actually stuck there. Hello. Between his legs. And not in a good way. There we go. Let's mine some fire sage. Let's go. Skin feels like skin. Honestly, it feels like a peach. That's like the best way I could describe it. Like with the fuzz and all. Because despite the rumors, hairless cats are not hairless. It's just like when some women say they don't have a mustache. It's just very fine and not very visible. Like, you can't see it too well when the image is so small, but you can actually see them having like a little, like very, very, very short hair. Oh, hallelujah. That could have ended badly. Also had the wrong ring equipped. Yeah. But you know, everybody told me when I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy hairless cats. They were like, ew. These disgusting things? Nah, don't do that. But everybody came around and were like, no, you know, they're actually cute. Which is always fun. How the opinion kind of like swaps like that. I don't have problems with cat hair. Like, the thing is, most people are not, like, when people say, oh, I'm allergic to cats, so I would get a hairless cat. It's often not the hair that people are allergic to. It's actually like the spit and the stuff they like secrete from the anus and from their like from their mouth and whatnot. Like the musk. And not Elon Musk, that is. But you know, the stuff they smear on you when cats rub themselves on you. That and the spit is what most people are actually allergic to. But clean up, you know, you don't have tons of extra hair laying around. That's for sure. And maybe, you know, also skin. That could also be something that people are more allergic to. You know, dead skin flakes that kind of fall off and land in the dust. It very rarely is actually the hair. Funny enough. Despite what the mainstream media wants you to believe. Dude, come on. I don't have all day. Stop. He usually doesn't do this often. Finally. Oh. He's a bit of a prankster today. Bit of a prankster. Oh, I cannot hit him correctly. Wait a second, I'll read it in a second. Can you be allergic to anything? Like it's so, like I know some are more common than others. I mean, I think you can probably be allergic to everything that exists, regardless of what it is. Of course, certain allergies absolutely kill you the second you're born. Like, there are people who are apparently like allergic to like something in the air that's like very common, to the point where they need to live in a bubble. Right. But that one I can't fully believe, you know. Because I feel like you would die the second you pop out of the womb. Like, dead. Right? Goodbye. Baby shoes never worn, you could say. There's also a fun thing in the law of Switzerland. I think it's like the first or second in like the book of laws. It says something like every human has a right. Like every human has the same rights, provided they are born alive. Or something like that. Like basically you have no rights or limited rights until you are actually born and are alive born. Which is a interesting little way to phrase it. Okay. That little blunder aside. It's always like a nice little fun fact. Besides the fact that like the very first thing says... I remember, like I had like a feminist as a teacher when it came to like law, basic law and whatnot. It was like... The sentence is, every man is the same in front of the law, or something like that. And the very first thing, in the very first class about it, like the very first class I had with her even, it was like, yeah, they could rephrase that, they don't need to have like the man in there. Of course it's like in German. But the thing is like jeder Mann means everybody in German. So it's like, really? Are you really complaining about that? Like that's our introduction to you, that you complain even about that sentence structure. Like, come on. Really? Oh dear. I have to look it up though, the thing with the baby again. Like it was something, there at least was something. It was something like when you... Yeah, but when your baby gets born and it's alive, at least for even a minute, it has a right to a funeral. By the state, and they like pay part of it or something like that it was. But when it's a stillborn, it actually does not have a right for funeral. And if you want to do a funeral, you had to like actually pay everything. I think it's something like that was like the big thing why that is in there. It's like a weird Christian thing, right? Because Switzerland is oddly religious. At least used to be. Nowadays you can't even criticize or be mean to gay people and without going to prison. Which that's an actual thing. If whatever you say falls under hate speech, you can go up to prison in up to 3 years. Which is like very vaguely defined. What? I thought she was dead. Okay, my favorite boss. Hell yeah. Let's mine some roots. Let's go. But yeah, the law is like weird everywhere. There are like these, always like these videos that pop up sometimes on YouTube, like the 10 weirdest law, like breaking the weirdest laws in the weirdest, like in certain states or whatnot. Which, you have to wonder why they are written down. But they like somebody must have done something at one point. Like eating an ice cream while walking backwards inside of a national park or some bullshit like this. It's like, how did this come to pass? Like, actually. Like, there was this whole thing about Red Bull, where they were like, Red Bull gives you wings. And then somebody jumped out of the window after drinking a Red Bull and sued Red Bull. So they had to like put a disclaimer on. Red Bull doesn't actually give you wings. It's crazy like that. Because I think the person won, right? They were like, oh yeah, you put it on the can, it gives you wings, and our client is nearly dead. It didn't give them wings. Like, no way, no, but that person didn't do that on purpose because they actually knew that this would happen, right? That's where all of these weird disclaimers come from, by the way. Because somebody found a loophole and actually managed to make use of it. Oh yeah, don't drink this very specific medicine together with like this very specific kind of alcohol or whatnot. It's like, okay. Probably was a chemist who knew what would happen. Wasn't it a hamster? That particular story of the microwave? Or was it really a cat? But yeah. I mean, if you do that, by the way, that's like going back to PETA. It's like, man. Like, what kind of psychopath even gets this idea? Oh yeah, let me just microwave my cat. I put my food in there, it gets hot, piping hot to the point I cannot eat it anymore. I'm sure my cat will just like it in there. It's like actual psychopath, Jeffrey Dahmer type of behavior. Like the kind of person you need to monitor, that they don't go and actually become a serial killer. Hi. But yeah, even if it was a cat, if it was a hamster, I have like no sympathy for you then. For the person who done that. Like, you actually deserve to rot in hell. I don't even have a microwave anymore. Not because I don't want my cats to get in there, but because I so rarely need it that it just takes up counter space. It's like when they... Like, I'm glad I never had to, like, read... Oh yeah, don't stab people with a knife on top of, you know, a kitchen knife set or something. Because that would be wild. Oh yeah, the packaging didn't tell me to not kill somebody. Like, if you need that reminder, then you belong in some kind of institution. Let's be real. Okay, that was Fire Sage, Centipede Demon, Bed of Chaos. Now it's only the Boneyard and the DLC is left. So I'm gonna do the Boneyard first. Getting rid of that pile first. Oh, I think I do have enough for another level up. Hell yeah. Like, intelligence actually does nothing for me until I reach level 99. For like 2 more runs. And that's it. After that, it's gonna be completely useless stat. I mean, it should be basic, like, immorality, right? It's like, oh yeah, don't do this shit. Like, I understand if you're a kid who puts like a glow stick in a microwave because you heard it glows brighter. But like, putting it in a fucking, putting a living being into a microwave is like, it's mental. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, come on. Let me see for a second. Full control. Let me really just quit out really quick. Instead of trying to fight through that horde there. Some people just don't care, yeah. Honestly, even if you win like a lawsuit or whatnot, you should be immediately jailed for that. Oh, you get 100k, well, give it to the state, and you go to prison. Because that is gonna be your prison fund for the next 50 years, you psycho. Like, for real, no cap. Time for the hardest boss in the game. Or not. Actually need to get rid of fall damage. Because it prevents power within from being active. So let's go. I think Pinwheel is gonna go down within 10 hits, maximum. Okay, where is he? Oh, right, you cannot hit him when he jumps. Some odd reason. There we go. I wouldn't be so sure about that. People forget things very quickly. Like, the news cycle is usually so fast, people forget by the next day, usually. They're like, oh, I will never forget this tragedy, and then something new happens. That's how it usually goes, actually. Sadly, but, you know, it is what it is. Same with me. It's like when people complain about people having TikTok brain and whatnot, it's like, nah, it's always been a thing. Let's quickly get rid of this stuff because I don't need it anyways, and I want a good old lamp with me. There we go. Let's see how well Nido will perform, though. Really, I have to say, From Software really did us dirty with that one. Like a man. They thought, oh, your players are gonna be prepared by this point, but no, dude. You're never prepared for the pinwheel. It's like harder than every Souls boss combined. Miyazaki himself in an interview said, haha, lol. Get good. And then he shot the cameraman. That really happened, by the way. Could you fucking imagine? It's like the one kid that came on stage for the Elden Ring presentation at Game Fest or whatever it was called. Whoa, those who know him. I mean, yeah. But even then, you always hear people say, like, even with like murders and whatnot, when it comes to actual like interviews and whatnot, it's like, oh yeah, he was actually such a good kid, and I don't believe that he actually did it. He must have been framed by insert random politician or whatnot. But the ones you cannot trust are close family members in those cases, and the wider populace. I mean, there was that kid. Or those kids that on posted like videos of them killing cats on 4chan. And then 4chan actually found them and like mailed this shit to the state and everything, and they changed their name and you never heard of them again. I think they live a decent life, probably. They got some shit for it for a while, I would say, but right now probably nobody talks about it anymore. I would assume, at least. Give me 1 second. Okay. Time for the truly hardest boss of the game. Not really. The most annoying one, at least. Ah, he does this stance. Very nice. I forgot to activate this. Oh, it doesn't even one-shot them. Ah, I shouldn't have walked. Yeah, it really is how the world is, sadly. Of course, to some degree, I agree, you know, give people second chances and whatnot. But even then, to some degree, you have to be like, hey, what you did as a child was very unforgivable. I always love when you do like this weird slide back. When he does his attack. Instead of just fall over. Ah, of course, of course. I got blocked in. Oh, my lovely boss. The run is actually going really decently. I have to say, I mean, I'm 3 hours in now. A bit under 3 hours, and it's Nido, the 4 DLC bosses, and Gwyn left, so this is very well a sub 4 hour run, if I don't mess up too much. The pickaxe, surprisingly good. Surprisingly good. It's not one of those weapons I would have never used myself because it's a rare drop and a bit annoying to get. Which is why I don't farm one right now to get a divine version of it. But now that I'm using it, it's one of these weapons I would highly recommend to any new player, actually. If you want a fun one to try once in a while. Like, actually get yourself a pickaxe, and if you've never done a New Game Plus run as well, like if you're that new to Dark Souls, try out a pickaxe run. It's like actually really fun. And strong enough that you can do New Game Plus very easily still. And you can cosplay as I am Steve, Jack Black. Right? Maybe not as I am Steve Minecraft. Because you're not as blocky as him. But you can very well cosplay as a fat white dude in this game. Yeah, that's the reason why I really started it to begin with. Trying to see, you know, how many of these weapons are actually valid so far. In terms of high level New Game Plus runs, not all of them are. But a lot of them are surprising, that because you never, the thing is, a lot of people never even mention them, right? That's like the thing. Something like Lucerne, I don't hear anybody talk about it. It's always like, oh yeah, the Black Knight Hellbeard. That's the one. You'd rather be Minecraft Steve? I would love to be Jack Black myself. Could you imagine? Be like a well-respected fat guy. You have a band with another fat guy. That's the life. Okay, come on, Nido. Fuck, that kills me. Ah. Okay, really? Was it necessary that that one guy was able to hit me from behind? Oh. What a piece of shit that was. I almost had him. I would have had him as well. I hate Nido. Because of that. Oh. Why did Bill Gates need to add him to Minecraft? That was not nice of him. If Notch would have still been the core developer, then we wouldn't have gotten some random boss like Nido, right? The Minecraft movie memes. I found it funny how some theaters literally posted like, hey, if you do a commotion during the chicken jockey scene, we stop the movie and throw all of you out. Don't fuck up our theater just for like one single internet point, please. But nowadays that's apparently common. You just have movies where people just start to scream around and dance and like film and do their TikToks live in the theater, which is like, what the fuck? I haven't been to one in years at this point. I have a 65-inch TV. And that's more than plenty for me. Especially since I get the front row seat. And my own snacks. If I want to watch a movie, I can fucking eat pizza without anybody besides me laughing like a maniac. Like one of the last times I went, there was just a guy. I don't know if it was in front of me or besides me that smelled so disgustingly strong like weed. And I was like, man. Do you really need to come into the cinema smelling like a garbage dump, basically? And annoy everybody around you with that. I don't even watch movies anymore. I mean, I do sometimes. Mostly older ones. But there aren't many new ones where I'm like, oh yeah. That's something I need to watch. Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mostly watch YouTube and anime. I am cultured like that. But I do watch anime movies. Rarely. Oh, come on. Three Stooges, please fucking just go. Like, one of the things is something I'm glad I never participated in is the whole Marvel slop. Even though some people were like, hey, come on, they're Infinity War, whatever it's called, it's actually so good. Watch it. And then we can maybe, you know, check out random other Marvel movie. Or DC or, you know, whatnot. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I've seen Los Vengadores when that came out on kino.to. And that was like enough for me. Like, we were dying, dude. We were like looking for a movie to watch. And for whatever reason, the Spanish version of The Avengers was above the English one. And we weren't paying attention too much. And then one guy goes, hey, do we want to watch Los Vengadores? It was like 2 AM, we were crying. That kind of stuck with me. You know, these days, of course, when I don't watch a movie quite, you know, quite officially, I just get it from a nice website in 4K, HDR, whatever. And make it at least, you know, very watchable. But back then, dudes, 240p filmed in the movie with a guy besides it laughing the entire time. Mwah. Pure cinema. Spanish, yeah, it was the Spanish one. That's why it was called Los Vengadores. Which usually they had just had the titles in English, right? All of them. For every movie and whatnot. Well, this one specifically was, for some reason, in the original language. I often tell also people, like, hey, it would be so much easier for me to find you, like, movies for quote-unquote free, if you would watch them in English, like I do. People always want them in German from me. It's like, hey, I don't watch movie. When I watch a movie, I don't watch it in German, so it's like, find it yourself, please. Please. But yeah, those were the times. I remember a teacher once got mad at me because I suggested to use a pirate website like that. I wasn't the only one that suggested it, by the way. But they got mad at me. Because, like, they had the DVD, it was scratched, so it didn't work. They want to, like, show a movie to the class, and I was like, you know, you can just find it online right now without this whole rigmarole of, oh, the DVD is not reading correctly. Then then they were mad at me for suggesting that, even though somebody else suggested it first. It's like, okay. Good job. Oh, I'm always so scared with this thing not being here. Because it's so far deep down. I stay with my anime slop, I think. Good choice, to be honest. I started to do something a while ago, is where I always pick like 1 or 2 shows each season that are like very badly rated, and I watch those. To see if they are as bad as people say they are. And often enough they are. But sometimes you find a gem or whatnot. Rarely, mind you. Almost never. Sometimes People are just too picky. They're like, oh, it has a little bit of CGI in it. It's like, okay, that's the only complaint you have? It's like, it has CGI, I don't care about the story. I just want it to look good. Which, there's some... Depending on the show, I can agree. But not always. I have the wrong ring equipped. There we go. Oh, holy Mother Maria. There we go. Oh, fuck. Wait, I guess I just like shitty animes. Honestly, depends on what you watch. If it's actually shitty or not. Most is not as bad as people say. Because most people who rate anime, or watch anime these days, are tourists that have no tastes whatsoever. They've seen like Attack on Titan and Jujutsu Kaisen, and then they go, what's this other shit? It plays it in a high school? What's a high school? What do you mean slice of life can be good? They do nothing the entire show? Ew. I need 24/7 action. Oh, fuck. I just like everything. I like the whole... I like from your typical isekai slop all the way to the experimental stuff. Like, Sunny Boy was quite interesting, at least from the looks department. And like idle slop is always appreciated as well. But yeah, there goes like 12 humanity. Come on, it's not so hard. Well, the things I do get, like, I'm a bit tired of the whole harem bullshit all the time. That's like one trope I could see less of these days. It starts to get a bit repetitive. Oh, cool, the Guardian Tail. I bet this is a super cool weapon that deals a lot of damage. That's really usable. I should use this in the next run. What do you think? You didn't watch Death Note? I mean, yeah. It's good. It's alright, I would say. It's pretty good. But you know, it was more like a... When I started watching anime and you didn't watch Death Note, you did something wrong. Because everybody told you have to watch it. When you were like, you know, what's a good anime? Everybody was like, well, there's this one called Death Note. And there's this other one called... Oh, mostly it was Death Note that everybody recommended. I was like, okay, you know, in that case I'm gonna watch Death Note. But nowadays people... You ask them, you know, what's a good anime? They say, oh, you know... Attack on Titan, I guess. Trauma? No. I love that weapon. It's so good. Oh yeah, I basically, by the way, let me show you this because you weren't there at the beginning of the stream. I did the run in regular, you know, regular new game. It's not that hard. It just is really not designed to be used in the highest new game plus cycle. Some weapons really are not designed for the higher cycles, and the whip is one of them. Sadly. I did this run, by the way, only because I was sick and couldn't sleep. So it's like, you know, let's see if how viable that weapon would be in a normal run. Which is something I might do at the... if I ever get to the end of all the weapons. I might redo some of the ones that gave me more problems. Like Bam vs. Hammer. Just to like, do like a nice little finale. And then ending it with the straight sword hilt again. Oh, my favorite isekai. Give me a second. Oh, my favorite isekai. I mean, at the moment, from the ones that I'm reading, it would be the one I cannot pronounce. You're in Twitch chat, so I can... let me post it in Twitch chat real quick. I can just copy it out of here, out of the app I use. Where is it? Let's go. Where's the Twitch chat? There's a Twitch chat. Live. Can I open chat, please, somehow? How does this work? Stream manager. Chat. There we go. This is my current favorite one. If I had to go through all of them, I would probably take forever. Grimgar was really nice, out of the top of my head. That never got continued, though. I think that was one of the most interesting ones, at least. Yeah. But there are a bunch of good ones. I mean, Jobless Reincarnate is also really good. Of course. Classic at this point. I still have to continue it, though. Overlord is always fun. I really hope they make an adaptation of this one, though, that I posted in chat. Because that one is pretty amazing. Like, I think by chapter 3 or 4, I was completely invested in one of the characters. I was like, okay, this is absolutely amazing. Sadly, that is the last chapter that's out at current time. Which is, you know, very sad. Yeah, the art is... the thing is, the art is really good, first of all. Right, that's already a big plus. But the story is also very nice. Like, to give a very short, like, synopsis, it's like... maybe let me focus on the battle first. It's like this guy. He did the whole isekai thing. And God gave him, like, one rule. You have to go to 100 different worlds. Okay, then I wait until you're back before I do the synopsis. Come on, Notorious. You're a weakling. Any second now. But yeah, I can highly recommend that one to anybody watching currently. Who at least, you know, reads manga. If you don't, then I probably can't convince you. Ooh. Oh, that's a bit close. There we go. Speaking of close, I almost got hit there. But that's how we fight Artorias here. Simple and clean. Very nice. Besides some mistake, this was a clean fight, I have to say. But yeah, I don't think Manus is gonna be much worse than that. So I think I'm gonna do Calamite actually first. For once. Once I have the bonfire unlocked. Let me just get the elevator real quick. Okay. I mean, the run is now basically grab the key, go to Calamite's arena, talk to Goff, defeat Calamite, defeat Manus, defeat Gwyn. And all of that in about 40 minutes time. Should be possible. As long as I don't die like 50 times to Calamite. It's gonna be another sub 4 hour run. Which is nice, and then I can spin the wheel. Let's see what fun little adventure awaits us next. Hopefully a fun one, actually. Because there are some dog shit weapons in that wheel. Like the crossbows, which I will veto. Because currently I'm not in the mood for them. At all. There we go. I mined a chest in Minecraft. You won't believe what dropped from it. A key to an alternative dimension. Also the discovery of hidden body, that it works on at this point here, is one of the better ones I made. Like, this is actually, without hidden body, this is the worst section in the entire game. Or at least in the DLC, I would say. The other sections are kinda bad. Welcome back. So now that you're back, let me quickly tell you the synopsis of that manga. Basically, it's a dude went to got reincarnated in, got transported to another world, to a empty world basically. And then one door was there in the book, and it was basically God telling the guy, you have to go into this world, join the hero party, and then get exiled from the hero party. And you have to do that 100 times, and then you can return, right? And what I'm saying is all like chapter 1, right? So it's not big spoilers. And then he did the 100 worlds. That's where it basically starts. He's in the 100th party. He gets exiled, gets sent back to the room, and then God is like, "Okay, you're good, right? You done it. You get sent back now. But before you do that, go visit one of the worlds again for like 10 minutes before I put you back into the room, and then you can go." And then he goes to one of the world where he was exiled from the hero party, and he sees, oh, this world went to shit afterwards. I thought they were going to defeat the Demon Lord and Goddess, but no, they failed. And this world was done, right? It was defeated. And then he goes like, okay. And then God gives him basically two choices. You can fuck off home now, or you can redo this thing, every single world, and actually try again and make it right this time. And that is basically what the manga. He re-goes through all 100 worlds and fixes the things that he didn't do correct the first time. And it's pretty good. Like, as I said, it's a pretty good. It's a classic OP, you know, isekai protagonist, of course. But it's fantastic. Highly recommended. Okay. This is a close one. Not so close. Township. So this time I'm gonna make Calamite, do Calamite first. The good old dragon. Yeah, every single time. Yeah, it really is good. Because usually you think like, oh yeah, they go in 2 worlds, they save it, and then they either stay or their reward is to get back home, and that's it. But you never think, you know, what happened afterwards, after they are actually gone. And this is like exploring this, but in the most extreme way possible. By doing it 100 times. And I have a bit of a hope that one of these 100 worlds is like a sci-fi world or something. But he's only on the second one so far, so it's quite far out. Oh, Goff, I need your expertise with a bow. Do you mind? Okay, let's go. Time to fight the American dragon. Oh, yeah. What's your favorite isekai, by the way? To throw that question back at you. Ah, Log Horizon, by the way. Also really, really good. If I remember correctly. I really like that one. That's one of the first one I watched while it was airing as well. Now if I'm lucky, Calamite is just gonna do the stand-up flame attacks. And they are very easy to exploit. Especially with the pickaxe that where I can attack multiple times with it. That's gonna be basically my trump card. My ace in the hole. Leave me alone, dogs. For you, it's Shield Hero. I just recently finished it. The first season, at least. I thought it was alright, but a bit... Certain parts were a bit... Like the second half of the first season, at least, was a bit... Took a bit long to get anywhere. And it's still kind of like the whole harem bullshittery that's always going on with him. Oh, your party member are Raccoon Girl and Bird Girl. And later Princess Girl. And then later Weak Warrior Girl. It's like, okay. How about a dude? Once in a while. Or something at least. You know? Oh. Hell yeah, dude. Snazzy Thou in one go. Don't mind if I do. I'm currently also watching Tsukumichi Moonlit Fantasy, I think it was called. And the one Dapix recommended a while back. Using healing magic the wrong way, I think it was called. But I'm not very... I'm not too far to really judge both of them. Okay, it's dangerous now. Oh, It should wear off any second now. There it is. I'm very glad his eye doesn't, you know, last very long. It would be funny though if it like, if Lingering Dragon Crest Ring applies to it. Bit of a troll move. Come on, do something nice that I can heal. Oh. Close. Hi. I can explain to you in a second. When Calamite actually is dead. Why exactly I'm using a pickaxe. Doing a Minecraft Steve run. There we go. That was simple. It is good, but it is a bit... Moonlight Fancy Arena is good, but it has like its very slow moments. Usually when he goes back to the fucking village, it's like, ugh. Now I have to sit through that shit again. And then he said, I don't like iron, but it doesn't bother me. Music with the characters, the story is good. There's some slow parts, but yeah. Maybe it's just me. I mean, it was good, but it's... And it was not too distracting, right? It wasn't like, hey, here's my cleavage all the time. But it had, like, still this moment. And the Alira, by the way. So here we go. Why I use the pickaxe. If you're still here, that is. I do this thing called Dark Souls All the Weapons, as I call it. Where I do the same character. And every run on the same character, I use a different weapon. Right? So, last run was the Guardian Tail, this run is the Pickaxe, and next run is still to be decided. And currently I'm in New Game +21. That's why I use the Pickaxe. It's a fun way to like use weapons I've never used before, right? And see how valid they are in, especially in the higher tiers of the game. Spoiler, the Guardian Tail wasn't very viable. It was pretty bad, actually. Beyond bad. But yeah, also good, get back to Moonlit Fancy for a second. That one also... The section where they try to sleep with the guy. Also not my favorites. Feels a bit forced at times. But it's still good. Oh. How much damage? It is an AR of 428. So pretty decent for... compared to some other weapons. Like the Guardian Tail, if I still have it with me. Does... 340. An amazing 340. The Moonlight does like 498. Ah, don't do that, little soul. Let's start off with a little bit of fire up his ass. So let's see how well I can mine that Manussi. Right. Yeah, that would have been my death. Decent damage though. Extremely decent damage. That was nearly 500 per hit, wasn't it? Holy shit. Pickaxe actually goated. Really? What have you done to your Zweihander to do so little damage? Did you not, like, level strength? Or upgrade it to plus 15. Because Zweihänder should easily do like 500-600. That's also a run that's still outstanding. Who knows, maybe the wheel picks it this time. Yeah, getting in like 2 to 3 hits with the pickaxe that deals this much damage makes Manus extremely easy, actually. Holy fuck. It has a bit of a weird hitbox, though. I'm gonna be honest. Level 35 with a strength of 21? He barely leveled anything. So yeah, that's why it probably doesn't do it that much damage. Really a frenzy at the end? Am I lagging? I don't think so. Maybe by a little bit. There we go. A heavy hit to end it. You mean the stream or like just how quick your message is? I think I have to not on the highest setting for... Yeah, it's normal latency. I can't change this now. That will change soon, by the way. Once I get fiber internet. Which should be in the next 1 to 2 months. And then I'm gonna... I see something. Is it lagging? Like, actually? Can anybody else confirm this? Hey, okay. That thing crashed by accident. Okay, let's see. I mean, from... Oh yeah, I can see that's... It's lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you stream at a bitrate of 6800. I'm streaming it. I think it's YouTube itself that's lagging right now. Specifically the short stream. I don't know why though. Maybe try going to the regular YouTube stream. Yalira. That one should hopefully not lag. Because that one doesn't seem to have the same error displaying for me. Let's go to Firelink Shrine. As now comes the easiest fight in the game. Because I can parry and riposte. Yeah, I think it's specifically the vertical stream that I have. Out of the 4. Because all others display as perfect. Only the vertical one is going a bit haywire. Let me, for safety, put one in here, a little chat. There we go. That's like all I can do right now. without, you know, restarting and doing a lot of other bullshit. Offer souls to Lord Vessel, please. Okay. Now, Hornet Ring. Yes. I think, personally, this will take 6 hits. 6 parry riposts. 7. I will bet on 7. Oh, this is gonna be so nice compared to the last time I defeated, I fought Gwyn. On stream, I mean. But I think I also kind of got like a good strategy for him when I when I cannot parry. Except for the crossbow, that's gonna be probably kind of annoying. Okay, let's go. And it really is a sub 4-hour run. Very nice. I mean, honestly, in the future, maybe. Far future, that is. I can maybe even do 2 runs a day. If I'm this fast. But it always kind of depends on the weapons, of course. Also, I did find like a new... Instead of just quitting out before and then running down and luring the guy off the edge, I could just quit out here on the steps. Because this guy is no longer targeting me. This guy despawns anyways, for whatever reason. Yeah, that's the thing. The Dark Souls streams, I usually start early. In case it's like one of these very difficult ones that takes me like 6-7 hours. And because it's the weekend, so I can also sometimes try to nail some of the other time zones. Right? But under the week, the usual stream times are roughly 6 PM UTC, I would say. But yeah, the Dark Souls ones are a bit earlier. With a bit, I mean by quite a bit. I usually try to start at like 12 my time. It did not show the damage? What? Why? Huh? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Fuck. He didn't do the thing he normally does. But I think 6 is the actual number. Ah. I wasn't prepared for him to not do the regular pattern. Basically, usually when you run around him and you drink your Estus, he does the slow sword attack. I remember saying it will be early, but not this early. Yeah, maybe I should have specified how early I usually mean. I mean, I also started late today, actually. Funny enough. I started at 2 PM my time. And now it's 6. Ooh, dangerous. The stores have already closed. Thankfully, I already went and got some dinner, which I will cook after the stream. I mean, as I said, maybe in the distant future I could like start at 8 and do like 2-3 runs. And end at 8 in the evening. I mean, with like 4-hour runs, that's... I could do a 12-hour stream of 3 runs each. Of course, that's like only something I could do if I do this at least part-time. You got yourself some pizza. Oh, I could also get one, but... Calories, man. It's not gonna be good for my health. I have like a store here. Close by. Every pizza is 14 bucks if you go and grab it yourself. Because things when they have to deliver it, it's just that much extra cost that this is the difference that it makes. So when you order it, it's like 20 bucks. 20, 25. Depending on what toppings. And if you grab it yourself, it's 14 for all of them. Regardless which one. Which is pretty cool if you ask me. Pretty good deal. Okay, there we go. I forgot to repost. I want to just kind of safety drink. There's some stores here that, like, the amount of food you get for the price is kind of insane sometimes. Of course, all of them have upped their pricing recently. Okay, there we go. That's the Minecraft Dark Souls run. I am Steve, the intern. Whee. Let me open up the wheel. The DSR, the weapon wheel. Hello? Oh. Apparently I cannot change it while it's not displayed, which is kind of dumb, if you ask me. And let me also... Ah, okay, that works. So let's see, what is the next weapon gonna be? Will I veto it? Will I actually play it? Is it gonna be a fun or a shit weapon? The Moonlight Bow. Huh, interesting. The Moonlight Bow. This is gonna be very... The Four Kings are gonna be very fun. Ooh, the Four Kings are gonna be very fun. And with fun, I mean... difficult. But the thing is, the bow... If you played Dark Souls before, and you never played Dark Souls with a bow only, for most of the game, it's extremely easy. I would at least say, because most bosses are not designed for ranged attacks, for some reason. At least that's what I feel like. They actually cannot really deal with ranged weapons. Hilariously enough. Okay, let's see. Where's the femboy boy? Femboy bow. In my bottomless box. Should be quite low. As it's usually like... catalysts, crossbows, and then... Oh, wait a second. Was it Goth's bow, or was it the Moonlight, the Dark Moon bow? Shit. Let me compare this really quick. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. It's the Dark Moon bow, okay. Yeah, it's the Dark Moon bow. Like, can you see why I was confused there for a second? It has a similar kind of rigidy style. But it is the Dark Moon bow. Now the problem with the Dark Moon bow, of course, the big problem, too actually, is it's a boss weapon. So you can't really upgrade it too much. And second, it has split damage, which is always really bad. Now I need to equip arrows. I don't have any arrows. I do have arrows. Ah, I'm dumb. Those are bolts. Those are arrows. Let's go with large arrows and with the few moonlight arrows I have. So let's try that at this guy. Okay. I know most of the moonlight arrows are actually kind of ass at the moonlight bow compared to other bows. So let's see damage-wise what I'm dealing with. 198 for regular. And 250. Okay, moonlight bows are arrows are kind of good for now, at least against this guy. But you need to consider that they are super expensive. But I should be able to get quite a few of those. As always, I will do this guy and then I will end the run. And if I need to, I can still tumble buff it, which should help me at least a little bit. There we go. Okay, this is gonna be the next run, the Moonlight Bow. Most of the run is gonna be that simple, I can tell you that much. As I said, most bosses not very good when it comes to ranged attacks. Moonlight Butterfly, as an example, he's gonna crumble to dust within seconds. But the Four Kings maybe are gonna be a little bit challenging. If you want, I actually have a video. I'm gonna post this in chat on my YouTube of one of my previous runs where I did the Four Kings with the regular bow. I will show you. I will post that in a second. That's a 7-minute fight. And it was extremely close as well. So I can recommend checking that out. So let me just go and get to the Firelink Shrine. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to it. It could be fun. This could be a fun run. Also, I will quickly do a check on upgrade materials. If I can already fully upgrade it or not. Because something I will definitely do is farm some Demon Titanite when I already have access to a bow. Because it makes it very easy to kill the demons. So let's see what we are gonna work with in the next run. Whee. But yeah, like, honestly though, if you want to do a simple, fun challenge run, do a bow only run. Not like limited to yourself to this bow, but just bow only in general. Next time you try to be on time. Thanks. I mean, the best, as I said, it's 12 PM my time. That's like 10 UTC. But you know, don't how do you say it in English? Don't miss out on like shores and whatnot. My stream is always secondary. And the VODs still exist. Let's see this guy. Can you upgrade my bow, please? It takes Demon Titanite and I only have 2? Okay, so I need to farm some Demon Titanite next. Or I'm gonna do the glitch. I think I'm gonna do the glitch. With how much I need. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the sensible way. So maybe return to Filing Shrine. While I do that, let me actually... right now it's 6 p.m. So there we go. This here is, by the way, this is the last bow run I did with the 4 kings, if you want to check it out. It's quite interesting. That one took a lot out of me. So I hope this time goes better. Or next time at least, I should say. Okay. Honestly, I also have enough to level up one more time here at the end. So let me do that. But yeah, with that being said, next time is gonna be a 2-hour difference, okay. That's not as much as I... That's not too much, let's say it like this. Next time is gonna be next Saturday, as I did add one more to the week. Or maybe I just got kind of lost in my own schedule a little. Anyways, next run is gonna be next Saturday as well. Tomorrow, if everything works out correctly, I will do some Silksong. And then once again next week I will just do Silksong until I'm done. But on Tuesday I will play Third Age. And my thing froze, but that's alright. There we go. One more intelligence. Yeah, and with that I want to say thanks for watching today. And I will hopefully see you next time. Goodbye and